You will drink milk from the same bowl as thousands of rats, considering it a blessing. You will watch corpses being burned right on the street while children play cricket nearby. You will dine in a temple that feeds 100,000 people for free every single day. You will live in a country that sent a satellite to Mars cheaper than Hollywood made the movie Gravity. What is this place where poverty and grandeur are intertwined in one tight knot? This is India. Forget everything you knew about logic. In India, there is no logic. There is only karma. Today, we will answer 4 questions that will make you either fall in love or shudder. Why do people eat the flesh of the dead and smear themselves with the ash of burnt bodies, calling it the path to God? How does the world's largest free kitchen work, where no one leaves hungry regardless of religion? Why do people crawl on their knees in the rat temple, afraid of crushing a rodent? And how did a nation where millions live in slums become the main supplier of brilliant minds for Google, Microsoft, and NASA? Today, 8 facts, 4 blows to the nerves, and 4 embraces for the soul. Buckle up, we are departing for the country of 33 million gods. Let's start with a squeamishness test. You enter a temple, take off your shoes, and a dozen rats run across your feet. Welcome to the Karni Mata temple in Rajasthan. 25,000 black rats live here. For us, they are pests. For the locals, they are sacred kabbas, reincarnations of the goddess's children. It is considered the highest grace if a rat runs across your feet, and if you are lucky or unlucky enough to see a rare white rat, you are blessed for life. But the most shocking thing? People eat food nibbled by rats. They drink milk from the same saucers, and surprisingly, there have never been outbreaks of the plague here. This is India. What makes you gag evokes sacred awe here. And now let's look at the sky. While Elon Musk spends billions, India does the impossible for pennies. The Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, is a miracle of efficiency, or as they say here, jugaad, ingenuity. India became the first country in Asia to reach Mars orbit. The Mangalyaan mission cost only $74 million. For comparison, the budget of the movie Gravity was $100 million. They sent a probe to another planet cheaper than it cost to make a movie about space. In 2023, they landed a module on the south pole of the moon. India proves, to reach the stars, you don't have to be the richest country. It is enough to be the smartest and most persistent. Hold your breath. We are in Varanasi, the oldest living city on Earth. Here the air smells of sandalwood, burning wood, and roasted flesh. On the Manikarnika Ghat, fires have not gone out for 3,000 years. Here the bodies of the deceased are burned, right on the street, in plain sight. For a Hindu, dying in Varanasi and being burned here is the ultimate dream. This means moksha, exit from the endless cycle of rebirth. You will see relatives calmly turning the coals while their father's skull cracks from the heat. Surprisingly, there are no tears here. Death here is not the end. It is a celebration of liberation. And 2 meters from the burning body, in the same water of the Ganges where ash is dumped, someone is brushing their teeth and someone is washing clothes. Life and death are not separated by a wall here. They flow as one river. After the smell of death, you need to cleanse yourself. We go to Amritsar, to the Sikhs. The Golden Temple is not just beauty made of 750 kilograms of pure gold. Langar works here, the largest free kitchen in the world. Every day, 100,000 people are fed here. It doesn't matter who you are, a millionaire, a beggar, a tourist, a Muslim, or a Christian. Everyone sits on the floor, shoulder to shoulder, and eats the same food. You can see a bank top manager peeling onions next to a rickshaw puller. This place erases the ego. Here you understand hunger is the same for everyone, and the soul is one for all. This is the triumph of selfless service. But India knows how to scare for real. Meet the Aghori. This is the most closed and frightening sect of monks. They live on cremation grounds. They smear their bodies with the ash of burnt corpses. And yes, they practice ritual cannibalism. They can eat a piece of flesh fished out of the Ganges or meditate sitting on a corpse. Why? They are not crazy. This is a radical philosophy. They believe that God is in everything, in the clean and the dirty, in the living and the dead. For them, there are no differences. By eating the most unclean, they prove that their spirit is above disgust, above matter. This is shock content 1,000 years long. It is scary to look at them, but in their eyes is the abyss of absolute calm. And Now imagine a crowd. No, you didn't understand. Imagine a crowd. Kumbh Mela is the festival of the pitcher, the largest gathering of people in human history. Once every 12 years, up to 100 million pilgrims gather in one place. That is more than the population of Germany. A city of tents grows in weeks. People go to wash away their sins at the confluence of 3 rivers. Imagine the energy of 100 million people praying for the same thing at the same time. This is chaos that somehow works. No one controls the flow here, but the river of people flows. This is living proof of the power of faith capable of uniting a nation speaking 1,000 languages. Mumbai, Dharavi, Asia's most famous slums. You think this is a place of despondency? You are mistaken. This is a city within a city with a turnover of $1 billion a year. Here, on a patch of land where there are fewer toilets than fingers on a hand, thousands of mini factories operate. Here they recycle waste from all over Mumbai. Here they sew leather, which is then sold in European boutiques. Here they make clay pots. People live here in cramped conditions we can't even dream of, but the crime rate is lower than in New York. This is an anthill that never sleeps and makes money literally from dirt. And the final chord, the future. While we discuss dirt and cows, India has quietly taken over the management of the world. The technological world. CEO of Google? Indian. CEO of Microsoft? Indian. CEO of Adobe, IBM, World Bank? Indians. How did this happen? In India, education is part of religion. Competition for the Indian Institutes of Technology, IIT, is tougher than for Harvard. We talked about this in a previous video. Families are ready to starve just to send a child to study. This country, where 300 million people have no electricity, exports the best software and the best brains on the planet. India is not a third world country. It is a sleeping giant that has already woken up and is writing the code for your future. India is not a country, it is a state of mind and a challenge to your comfort. Here your senses will be raped by smells, noise, color, pain, and beauty. India tears off your mask of civilization and it shows you life without filters, where birth and death dance on the same street. We saw 8 faces of this goddess, from rats in a temple to rockets on Mars, from eating flesh to feeding millions. And now a question for you. We are used to living in a sterile world where death is hidden in morgues and dirt is removed by cleaning services. We love comfort, but looking at India, ask yourself, where is there more real life? In our safe but lonely vacuum? Or in this crazy, dirty, noisy chaos where every atom vibrates with energy? Could you withstand this gaze of God? Write in the comments and subscribe.